everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 303 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares. This one is called Eve Square and it's designed by Melissa. We've used some of her squares in the past. This one is so fabulous. It's a 3D flower, everybody. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. 2 layers there, and then we're making the beautiful square in the back. So it's a lot of fun. We're doing a new technique today, which I'm excited to show you. We're working in like back base loops here. I don't know if you can see it very well on this part, but I definitely can zoom in on the later part of this video to show you where we are working these single crochets in our stitches. And we're doing it in a few rounds here to make this beautiful design. And it was a lot of fun to make. I hope you enjoy this square. Before we start, I have to get into the supplies and then talk about some other things, and then we'll get into it. So the supplies I'm using 3 different colors today. This is Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and they're just scraps. Obviously you can see there's just a little bit here and there. Scraps that I have lying around. This is a size 10 ply size 4 worsted weight medium yarn, and I'm going to demonstrate this square with an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters. So make sure you have that handy, as well as a yarn needle and a scissor, because we'll be cutting our yarn and sewing in our ends, and these tools just come in handy in the whole project of our 365 days of granny squares. Also, in the description of this video, you will find the link to the written pattern by Melissa for this Eve square. This square I ended early, so we end on round 8 today, but you can go on to making rounds 9, 10, 11, and 12. There's only 4 more rounds after this. It will become a 9-inch square. If you want to make it a 9-inch square, go on to making rounds 9 through 12, following along with her written pattern. But I just end on round 8 today to make this square, and this one ended up being, let's measure this out, about 5.5 inches. Okay, 5.5 inches, which is about 14 centimeters. Okay, so that's my little handy dandy measuring guide. But I measured that out, so it's about 5.5 inches. So you can go on to making yours bigger, obviously, just by following along with her written pattern. Now, in the other links in the description of this video, there's a link to my Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to share your photo of your square. I definitely want to see the color of your flowers today, so make sure you share a photo in the comment section on Facebook, and then on Instagram, share your photo on your profile. It has to be public for me to see it, but if you hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia, I'll definitely be able to see your square, and I'll go double tap it and love it and comment on my faves. So check that out also. Check out the hashtag. We have so many people hashtagging the 365. I love that you guys are joining in on this huge project. It's so wonderful. So thank you for that. Also, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. There's a subscribe button by my username. Also, there's an I in the corner of this video. Make sure to support YARNutopia. Please, please, please. Thank you so much for those who have supported us already. It's just a great support system so we can keep bringing you these crochet tutorials, and we know that you love them. So now let's get started and make number 303 granny square. Let's start out by making a slip knot, so put your short end over your long end, then fold that down and pull that through and pull tight. Insert your hook and we can begin. So let's start out by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then go into the first chain to form a ring. So we're going to slip stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Just like that. So now we formed a ring. If you know how to do the magic ring, you can do that as well. But I'm just going to go right into round number 1. We're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. Now we need to make 11 double crochets into the ring. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that's a double crochet. So again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So we need to make 11 of those. So this is 4. Here's 5, 6, 7. You can see I'm working in a circular form, turning this as I go. This is 8, 9, 10, and 11. So now, once you finish this round, you'll have to count back 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 should lead you to this chain up 3 here. We're going to slip stitch to that to close this round. So go into the top of the chain up 3, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, and that was round number 1. Super simple. We've done that so many times for round 1 in a lot of our squares this year. So now, going right into round 2, I'm not going to change color yet. If you want to, you can change color, start in any stitch around. And in this next round, it says as a note, you may want to single crochet loosely in this round. So what we're going to do is chain up 1. And we're going to single crochet into the same stitch. So go back into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, but again, you might want to crochet a little loose that way. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and single crochet into the next stitch. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, and we're just going to repeat that around. So chain 2, 1 and 2, and single crochet into the next stitch. Then chain 2, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. So we're just going to continue working that all the way around, and we'll have 12 chain 2 spaces and 12 single crochets. So then I'll meet you up for round 3. Alright, finishing round 2 here, I just have to chain 2 and then slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now going on to round 3, if you're changing color, you can fasten off here and start in any chain 2 space. I'm not going to change color yet. I'm going to go in to this chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, and through for a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain up 1. Okay, in the same space, we are going to put a series of stitches. We're going to put a single crochet, so go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We're also going to put a half double crochet in there, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. Then we're going to put a double crochet in there, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through those next 2 loops. Now in this single crochet here, we are going to put a treble crochet in there. So yarn over twice, go into that single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more loops, and then yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. Then in the next chain 2 space right here, we're going to put a double crochet. We're also going to put a half double crochet, and we're going to put a single crochet in there as well. Okay, just like that. So it looks like a little petal there. How cool. Then we are going to slip stitch into this next single crochet stitch right here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And then we're going to do it again. So in the next space, this next chain space here, we're going to single crochet, also put a half double crochet in there, and put a double crochet in there. Then we're going to treble crochet into the next single crochet. Make sure to yarn over twice for your treble crochets. Then in this chain 2 space here, we're going to put a double crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet. Okay, and there's another petal. Then we're going to slip stitch into this next single crochet. Okay, just like that. So just repeat that all the way around. You'll make 6 petals in total. So go into this next one for a single crochet, half double crochet, then treble crochet into the single crochet right here. Then in the next chain space, put a double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and then slip stitch into the next single crochet. Okay, so do that around. Once I finish my last petal, I'll meet you up for the next round. Alright, when you come back around, slip stitch into this last single crochet here, and we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet up here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now we have to finish this off whether you're changing color or not, so chain 1 and cut your yarn. Pull that through and pull tight, and look at that, we have a nice little flower. You could use this flower as an applique to something, either a headband or a hat or something cute. That is so adorable. Now remember when I said to work those single crochets loosely in round 2? The reason is because we're going to use them in this next round. So going on to round 4, what we're going to do is flip this backwards. So flip this to the back of your flower here. And you can see here there are 2 loops. There's this loop and this loop from your single crochets, okay? This loop and this loop. So 2 loops, the 2 loops in the back. You can see 1 loop there and 1 loop there. That's part of 1 single crochet stitch. We're going to work in there, but we're not going to do back post stitches because if you go through there, you can see that you can't see my needle in the front. Okay, because we're going to use a different color. If you're going to use the same color, you could do back post stitches and be totally fine, but I am going to work in these back 2 loops right here for this next round, and I'm going to use a different color. So what we need to do is insert our hook into those back 2 loops there, and then I'm going to grab my other color here, hook that on the hook, and pull it through. Okay, then we're going to chain up 1, so yarn over and pull through, and then we're also going to single crochet in that same stitch. So in that same back 2 loops there, go back in, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go to the next single crochet back here, so we're looking at the back of our work, in the back 2 loops, so this loop here and this loop here, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go to the next single crochet in the back loops, those back 2 loops right here, go through that, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, and we're going to do this all the way around for 12 single crochets and 12 chain 3 spaces. So I'll just meet you up at the end of this round and we'll go on to the next round together. When you're finished with this round, chain your last 3 and then slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round right in here. You can just go in both the loops at the top. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Alright, now going on to the next round, round 5. If you're changing color, you can change color, fasten off here and then start in a chain 3 space. But if you changed color, you wouldn't really see that color back there anyway, so you don't really have to change color. Slip stitch into a chain 3 space, so right in here, yarn over and pull through and through. And now we are going to chain up 4. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to count as our first treble crochet of this round. Now in the same space, we're going to put 2 treble crochets. So a treble crochet is yarn over twice, go in to the space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So again, yarn over twice and make your treble crochet. So now it looks like there's 3 treble crochets because that chain up 4 counts as a stitch. Now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So skip over the single crochet, go into the chain 3 space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in the next chain 3 space we're going to put 3 treble crochets. 1, here's 2, here's 3, and that's all we have to do, 3 treble crochets. Alright, then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Okay, then just repeat, so chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put 3 treble crochets into the next chain 3 space. So yarn over twice for the treble crochets and make 3 of them in that chain space. Okay, if you need to, follow along with the written pattern so you know where to single crochet, where to chain, and all that good stuff. And then I'll just meet you up at the end of this round. Alright, when you're finished with this round, make sure to chain 4 and then slip stitch to the top of this chain up 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go right into there and then yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, so now, regardless if you're changing color or not, chain 1 and cut your yarn because you're going to start somewhere else. So pull that through and pull tight. So this is sort of what your piece should look like. So that is very pretty. It's a nice applique so far. But now we have to make this into a square. So remember from round, what was that, round 4, when we worked in those back 2 loops of the single crochet? We're going to do the same thing on these single crochets from this previous round. So we're going on to round 6 now, but we're going to work into the single crochets from round 5 and in the middle treble crochet of round 5 as well, in these back 2 loops way at the base of the post here. So right down here. Okay, so that's if you're looking at the back of your flower. This is the front. Looking at the back of your piece, in there, there's the treble crochet, the back 2 loops bottom right down here. We're going to work in there. And then for these single crochets, we're going to work in right here. Okay, so you can see your single crochet stitch in these back 2 loops like that. Okay, and that's where we're going to work in for round 6. So going on to round 6, you can slip stitch into any of the single crochets. So go into a single crochet in these back 2 loops right here. Okay, kind of like a back post stitch, but we're going in between the stitch. So not fully around the full stitch, we're going inside of the stitch. Okay, and we're going in, and I am going to grab a different yarn here. Hook that on the hook and pull it through. Then chain up 1 and then single crochet in that same spot. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to go to the middle treble crochet of this 3 treble crochet grouping. So I'm looking at it upside down, and you can see there's 2 loops on this one, 2 loops on this one. We're going to go into that middle one there, from this side to this side, just like that. Then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops for a single crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to single crochet into the back 2 loops of the next single crochet. So go into the side of this just like that. Okay, so there's that single crochet. I'm kind of looking at it upside down, but going into the side of it, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do the same thing to the middle treble crochet. So single crochet in the base of that treble crochet there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Then chain 3, and just repeat. So go into the base of the single crochet underneath these 2 loops here, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so when you fold this forward, you cannot see that stitch in there. So I did not do a back post stitch. I went inside of the stitch. You can see right there, I went inside of the stitch, just around those back 2 loops. Okay, but if you turn it to the front, you can't see it at all. So that's fabulous. New crochet technique there. See how it's inside? Yeah. Cool. Alright, so just do that all the way around. Chain 3, single crochet at the base of the middle treble crochet, then chain 3, and single crochet in the base of the single crochet behind those 2 loops. Okay, so I'm just going to do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 7. Alright, when you chain your last 3 here, you have to slip stitch to the first single crochet right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And just like that. So now this is what your piece should look like. So you should have 12 chain 3 spaces and 12 single crochets all the way around. Okay, beautiful flower in the front. And business, it's like business in the front, party in the back. Anyway, going on to the next step, we are going to go on to round 7, slip stitch into a chain 3 space. I'm not going to change color, so you can fasten off here if you want to change color, and then start in a chain 3 space. I'm just going to go in and yarn over and pull through and through. And now we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And this is where the square shape comes in. So now we're going to put a double crochet into the same space. So yarn over, go into the chain 3 space. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we need to chain 2, 1 and 2, and put 2 more double crochets into that same space. And voila, there is our corner of our square. Okay, going on to the next step, we are going to put 2 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. 1 and 2. Okay, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. 1 and 2. In the next chain 3 space, we are going to make our next corner. We're going to put 2 double crochets, then chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that same space. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So in the next 2 chain 3 spaces, we're putting only 2 double crochets in each one of those. So 2 in there, and then 2 in the next. And then in the next chain 3 space, we're making our corner, which is 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochets. Okay, and then again, repeat. So 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space, 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space, and then your corner in the next space. So then just finish those last 2 sides, and then I'll meet you up for round 8. When you come back around, make sure to slip stitch to the top of this chain up 3 here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Pull tight. Now, in this next round, round 8, we are going to, if you want to, fasten off here, change color. I'm deciding if I should. I don't think I'm going to yet. I'm going to actually be done after this round, so I'm just going to keep the same color. So chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the next stitch. Just like that. Then in the corner here, we're going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochets into that same chain space. Okay, that's our corner. Then we're going to double crochet into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 1, so chain 1 and then skip the next stitch, and then double crochet into the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Then we're going to do that again. Chain 1 and skip the next stitch, and then double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Okay, and in the corner we're going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Just like the last round we did that. Okay, just like that. So now we're going to repeat what we did on this side and this corner for each side and each corner around. So double crochet into the next 2 stitches, then chain 1, skip this next stitch, double crochet into the next 2 stitches, then chain 1, skip the next stitch, and double crochet in the last 2 stitches on this side before the corner, and in the corner put 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. So just keep repeating that all the way around. You just have to do it 2 more times, and then I'll meet you up at the end of round 8. When you're finished with this round, just chain 1, skip that last stitch, and then slip stitch to this beginning chain up 3 here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now at this point I am going to fasten off. If you're not finished yet, you can go on to round 9, 10, 11, and 12. There's only 4 more rounds, so you may as well just continue on working the written pattern by Melissa. That's linked in the description of this video. I'm just chaining 1 here. I cut my yarn, I'm pulling it through, pulling tight, and I'm done for the day. So that is number 303 Granny Square of our 365 days of Granny Squares. Big, huge thank you to Melissa for allowing us to use this pattern in our project and designing such beautiful squares that we have used this year already. They're so fabulous. So, and I just absolutely love 3D flowers. You can see here I'm just working in my loose ends here with my yarn needle, just yarning my needle as best as I can there, and then going underneath some of these stitches, okay, and just weaving them in to hide them. And whichever way you decide to weave them in. A lot of you have said that going back and forth on this will be a better way to secure them. So maybe it is. Just so it doesn't unravel, you guys. You can also block this square if you need to. Stretch it out to make sure that it is square. And there it is. Lovely. Thank you so much for watching every single day. We are so close to being done. Oh my goodness. How awesome is this? So I will just see you tomorrow. Happy hooking.